please read this disclaimer carefully before proceeding further. Welcome back, traders. Happy New Year. Hope you had a good time. Hope you had a lovely time with your loved ones, and hope you enjoyed your downtime from the markets and you're getting ready for 2021. I'm sure for most of us 2020 was a very enjoyable trading year because there has been a lot of volatility, and that gave us very good opportunities in 2020. But in 2021 it's going to be even better, but we need to make sure that we start to learn and we start to tackle all the issues which are pulling us behind, which are keeping us from achieving the best of our potential. So New Year resolution for 2021 should be that you are going to overcome your emotions. You are going to become a better trader by looking at the markets as a psychology machine. So you will start working towards your trading psychology first, because remember 80% of the market, 80% of this entire trading or investing game is actually psychology. So you need to work on that, and you need to learn how to trade the markets properly. You need to have a consistent strategy and you need to follow that consistently, and that is going to give you even better results in 2021. Let's look at some of the currency pairs here. Okay, so we'll start with Euro USD. Now Euro USD, towards the Friday, not the Friday, but the last working day of last week, it started to actually fall down. Let's go back to the weekly time frame and see where we are standing right now. Okay, the last candle of the week was actually quite a bullish, so next week can be bullish on Euro USD. I know that how can Euro USD be bullish if DXY is going to be bullish as well? So that is why there can be uncertainty here. This candle is actually a bullish candle, so there can be another one which can fill this entire wick, but it again depends on how the market opens. If the market goes below near about 1.21795, then it can be bearish further down again. But right now this is looking like a bullish one, and if that is the case, then DXY may or may not be bullish, because DXY, the biggest component of DXY is Euro USD, but there are other currency pairs which are also involved there. So that is Euro USD. Let's look at what we have been looking at. So these are all the levels, and these levels are still valid because we are going to revise this analysis later again once we have better indication where the market wants to go to. So this is what we are looking at. There was a W pattern, WFCP pattern here, and that is why the market is actually falling down. I personally did not take any of these trades because I was taking break from markets. It is not advisable to trade in bad conditions, so that is why I was not taking this trade. But this is a very good W pattern, FCB pattern here, and if you're not able to spot that, there are two of them. One is actually right here, and then we have another one which is around here. So there are two of them, and that's why the market is falling. And these FCP patterns are very, very predictable and very profitable. Once you know what you're looking at, what you can do is just draw a zone, FCP zone, Fibonacci confluence pattern zone, and you wait for a confirmation. This candle was your confirmation because this is an engulfing candle here, and that's why the market fell down, and you know exactly where the market is going to go to. So this was a very good opportunity, but I personally did not take it. And now in terms of where it can go to on daily basis, so it can come down to this level, and then obviously we have this, and if I draw fib, then we'll know where can it go to. So that's a very good level. It automatically confluences. That's the beauty of FCP pattern. So this is where it can go to. There is one here, and right here, so that needs to be shifted a little bit. Actually that should now come here, and let me put another level here. So all of these levels will act as support and resistance for you. They're not exactly support and resistance. As you can see, I did not draw them using support and resistance technique, but they will act as better than support and resistance. Let me actually quickly find another one here. Right. Yeah, so this is also, yeah, that's about right. Okay, so these are the levels that I'll be looking at when the market opens. And let's move on to AUDUSD. Okay, on AUDUSD, this is our higher time frame indication here. So if I go back to the daily time frame, so we are still in the FCP zone here. I know on lower time frames it has actually closed above the FCP zone, but on daily time frame, because this zone was actually formed on daily time frame, so market has given us a very good bearish signal here. But as EURUSD, it can also start to go back up to fill that line, and if it starts to go up, then we are looking at 77650 level, and there are few levels at the bottom here. This is another FCP zone which can be extended here, because this is going to be still important to us. Okay, so what do we do? So we are looking for a bearish move in this, but again, if the market opens and goes back up, then we'll have to reevaluate this. Now in case of 4-hour time frame, what do we see? That the market actually went up, created a fake breakout here. This is an engulfing candle, so the market is expected to fall further down, but because the last candle was a little bit of bullish candle, and we do not know about market open, so exactly we do not know how it is going to behave. We'll have to just wait for the market to give us further confirmations and see where it can go to. So these are all the levels which are still going to be important to us. So the market may go through this FCP zone and come back down, and then it can start to follow all of these levels. So at all of these levels, we'll have to monitor the position, and we'll have to see whether it is acting as support and resistance, and that's how we are going to manage these positions. But you see, this is a very good FCP pattern, extended FCP pattern, which has actually formed here, and that's why the market is right there and it is falling from it. So that's what we have on AUDUSD. Let's look at GBPUSD. GBPUSD, okay, this is slightly different, I think. Let me just quickly go to the monthly time frame. Okay, now GBPUSD. Oh, sorry, I missed one point on AUDUSD. On AUDUSD, it can come up to this level, which is right at the water cluster moving average, and that is what we saw here. You see, that level is already placed, so that's a very important level. So if market finds again bullish momentum, it can come all the way down, all the way up to 77650. Okay, let's go back to GBPUSD here and look at monthly time frame. Okay, on monthly time frame, it looks like it is ready to fall, and this level is going to be the highest level which it can reach to. So near about 1.37062 level it can reach up to. Okay, so yeah, these candlestick patterns are telling me this is not looking very good at the moment, even though this has been actually pushing higher, which I was expecting. If you remember, I was long from here, then I took my profits here. So it has been showing a lot of strength on GBPUSD, but current price action, if you just look at these candlesticks up and down, these are not looking very good, and maybe because of the low liquidity around Christmas period and towards the year end. So I'm expecting market to fall a little bit, but we'll have to just wait and watch, because right now this is creating a WFCP pattern here, which is going to be, let me just quickly see, right. Yes, exactly, right. So this is a good FCP pattern here, and so what we are expecting market to do is come down to this level. If I just draw a fib on it, yep, perfect. Automatically lines up. So that's the beauty of it. Whenever, if you do it properly, then everything will automatically line up. All the moving averages, support, resistance, fib levels, all of them actually line up automatically, so you do not have to worry about it. So the market may follow this plan, and if it starts to move upwards, then we can expect it to go to these levels here. oops, to these levels. So that's what we're looking at GBPUSD. It looks like a very good opportunity if you're looking for a short position. And on daily basis, yes, yeah, looks fine. Okay, let's look at USD Cad. On USD Cad, we came up with an FCP zone here. Let me go back to the monthly time frame and remove all of this just to show you where we are. Okay, now USD Cad can actually move a little bit upwards because it has reached towards the end of the Bollinger Band, but the maximum it can fall up to is the water moving average, which is around here, which is 1.25100. That's quite a possibility. In the previous analysis, we looked into the possibility of it moving upwards from this FCP zone. So let's look at that. Right now, what we see that market is creating this candle, which is a sign of bullishness, right? So it can actually fall down a little bit to test the lower end of this Bollinger Band, or maybe like one more test into FCP zone. But this candlestick formation is a bullish one, and it can start to move upwards. So this is what we saw before the year end. The market came into FCP zone and started to move higher, came back inside again and started to move higher. And this is, all of these levels are still valid, and we see that the market may actually create a W pattern in this case. And if this starts to happen, then DXY is also going to pick up some strength. So let's see how it actually plays out. So all of these levels and zones are still valid, and you should consider them as support and resistance, and you should always look for a confirmation before you can take the trade. Let's look at NZDUSD. Okay, NZDUSD is in FCP zone right now, and it is expected to fall further down. Let me just quickly remove this. Okay, so let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Pretty much like other currency pairs, what we see that the market has created this FCP W pattern here. There are actually two of them. One is around here as well. So because of that, we expect market to fall down, and you should always wait for a confirmation. And in this case, the market has given us a very good confirmation. It wants to fall down, and that is why it is expected to fall down. But again, as a word of caution, you must wait for the market to show what it wants to do on the opening of this week. Right now, this is looking like a pin bar, a very good one. So it can actually fall down, but let me give you the levels where it can go to. So if I just look at here, this is right at 23.6 right now, so and come down to these levels. Okay, so somewhere around here. Okay, so that's what we have on NZDUSD. So we were able to look at AUDUSD, EURUSD, GBPUSD, USD Cad, and NZDUSD. Okay, and that's about it for this analysis. Thanks for joining me here, and make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. There'll be a lot more content coming in. I have big plans coming in for 2021, so you need to make sure that you do not miss any of that content by subscribing and keeping the notifications on. And you are welcome to join our free Telegram group as well, which you can find the address of in the description of this video. Right, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good time. If you're interested in learning how to analyze the markets the way I do using Fibonacci Confluence, then head over to Vikinsa.com, and under training section you'll be able to see Core Strategy Training Program. On this page you'll be able to see the testimonials of previous students, and also look at the brochure. The brochure has a lot more information, including the course structure and the Fibonacci Confluence Training Program curriculum. This is a very extensive program in which we cover basic core Fibonacci concepts along with the advanced concepts to analyze the markets with high probability. If you're interested in joining this program, come to Vikinsa.com, and under training section you'll be able to see and submit this form.